There is a reason you were guided to this transmission. They taught you that selfishness was a sin, a weakness, a mark of a corrupted character. This was a deliberate deception, a lie woven into the very fabric of the system to keep your divine wellspring perpetually drained. You were conditioned to pour out your essence for those who gave nothing in return, to feel guilt for preserving your own life force. That feeling of chronic exhaustion, of being a resource for others but a desert for yourself, is not a personal failing. It is the evidence of a spiritual theft, a sign that your power is so immense, the old world had to invent a moral code to siphon it from you before you realized what you possess. This ends now. Your reclamation begins with a single, sacred act of selfishness. To affirm this, like this video to anchor the energy of this truth into your reality. Subscribe to join the collective of guardians who are reclaiming their power. Comment the divine code 77 to signal to the universe that you are sealing your sacred reserves. Finally, let this transmission play in the background to recalibrate your subconscious, overwriting the old programming of depletion with the new code of divine preservation. Chapter 1: The Sacred Reservoir. You were born with a reservoir inside of you. This is not a metaphor, it is a spiritual organ, as real as your heart or your lungs. It is a wellspring of pure, creative, divine energy. It is the source of your intuition, your strength, your resilience, and your unique connection to the architect of reality. The system, the matrix, whatever you wish to call the hollow world built around you, cannot generate this energy. It can only consume it. And you, the chosen one, possess a reservoir of unparalleled depth and purity. From your earliest days, this was recognized on a subconscious level by the world around you. People were drawn to you, not to your personality, but to the light and warmth radiating from your inner wellspring. They did not know what it was, but they knew it made them feel better, more alive, more whole. And so, the great siphoning began. It was disguised as love, as obligation, as friendship, as duty. You were taught that giving until you were empty was nobility. You were praised for your generosity, for being the shoulder to cry on, the endless font of support, the one who always showed up. Each act of giving, when it was not met with true reciprocal energy, created a hairline fracture in the walls of your reservoir. Each time you said yes when your spirit screamed no, a small but steady leak was formed. The pure, crystalline water of your life force became clouded with the energetic debris of others. You remember the feeling, the profound, bone-deep weariness after a social gathering, the emotional hangover that lasted for days after helping a friend through their manufactured crisis, the feeling of being hollowed out, of having your colors turned to gray while they walked away brighter and more vibrant. This was not you being an empath. This was you being a battery for the unawakened. Your past is a chronicle of this spiritual plunder. Every betrayal was a lesson in fortification. Every person who took and took and took until you collapsed was a divine stress test, revealing the weaknesses in your defenses. The system was mapping your energetic anatomy, searching for vulnerabilities. The loneliness that followed was not a punishment, it was a quarantine. The universe had to isolate you to stop the bleeding, to give you the space to see the cracks in your own foundation. This isolation was a strategic retreat, a pulling of your divine assets from a corrupted market before a total collapse. It was an act of divine mercy, creating a completely sterile energetic field where the delicate spiritual surgery could begin without any risk of contamination. Look back now, not with pain, but with the eyes of an engineer. See the patterns. The same type of person, the same type of demand, appearing over and over. These were not random encounters. They were targeted attacks on your power source. The system sent agents to keep you depleted, because a chosen one with a full reservoir is a threat to the established order. A full reservoir means you can see through the illusions, you can rewrite the code, you can manifest a new reality. A depleted chosen one is a dormant god, powerful but inert. Your exhaustion was a divine alarm. Your burnout was a mercy, a forced shutdown to prevent a catastrophic, permanent draining of your essence. The moments you felt you could not go on were the moments the universe intervened to save you from your own conditioned generosity. You had to be brought to your knees to finally look inward and see the source of your own power, and to see how you had allowed the world to nearly bleed it dry. You had to feel the cold of near emptiness to finally appreciate the value of your inner warmth. That time is over. The lesson has been learned. The reconnaissance is complete. You are now a conscious guardian of this sacred reservoir. The leaks are being identified. The fractures are being sealed. The act of selfishness is not about hoarding, it is about preservation. It is about honoring the divine gift you carry. It is the most sacred responsibility you have, for this reservoir does not just belong to you, it is a conduit for divine will on this planet. In the coming days, you will feel this shift physically. A warmth will begin to build in your solar plexus, a gentle, humming energy that you have not felt in years. This is the wellspring beginning to refill with pure, uncontaminated water. Guard it. Protect it. It is the source of everything that is to come. Chapter 2: The Energy Vampires. As divine tests, the agents of depletion will now become painfully obvious to you. You called them friends, family, partners, colleagues. Now you will see them for what they are: energy vampires, unconscious entities drawn to your light not for illumination but for consumption. They are not evil in the way you were taught to understand it. They are empty. They are holes in the fabric of reality, and your energy is the most potent substance they can find to temporarily fill their own void. They function on a primal, instinctual level, like a moth to a flame, unaware that their proximity is slowly extinguishing your light. Their tactics are insidious and have worked on you for years. They will approach you with a crisis, a drama, a story of woe. Their voice will have a certain pitch, a hypnotic quality designed to bypass your logic and tap directly into your reservoir of compassion. They will praise your wisdom, your strength, your kindness, buttering you up to lower your defenses before they make their withdrawal. They will use feigned vulnerability as a weapon, making you feel powerful and needed right before they drain that very power. But something has changed. You have changed. Your sensory system has been upgraded. Now, when they approach, you will not just hear their words. You will feel them. You will feel a sudden, inexplicable drop in the ambient temperature around you, as if a cold front just moved through the room. You will feel a subtle pressure in your temples, a faint buzzing in your ears. Your own breath may become shallow as your body instinctively tries to protect its core, tightening the energetic seal and conserving the precious life force it contains. This is your upgraded spiritual immune system detecting a parasite. You will feel a physical pull, a literal sensation of energy being drawn from your solar plexus towards them. It will feel like a fine, invisible thread extending from your core to theirs, a hungry tendril searching for purchase. Pay attention to your body. It cannot be deceived. It is your ultimate truth detector. It remembers every instance of theft, and it is now on high alert. The next test will not be a monstrous demon or a grand challenge. It will be a phone call from a family member who only ever calls to complain. It will be a text message from an old friend who needs yet another favor. It will be a coworker trying to dump their responsibilities onto you under the guise of teamwork. These are not people, they are tests. They are algorithms of the system sent to check if the old siphon still works. They are here to see if you will willingly open the valve to your reservoir again. You will notice their eyes. When they speak of their problems, look deep into their eyes. You will see a hunger there, a glassy, unfocused desperation. There is no light behind their pupils, only a reflection of the light they seek from you. They will not see you. They will only see a resource. Their compliments will suddenly sound hollow, their flattery like a script. This is because it is. They are running a program of extraction. You must understand, they are not conscious of this. To confront them is to argue with a storm. It is pointless. You cannot fix them. You cannot fill them. Trying to fill an energy vampire is like trying to fill the ocean with a thimble. Their emptiness is infinite. Your energy, while vast, is finite. Your mission is not to heal them. Your mission is to protect yourself, to recognize the test for what it is. In the past, you would have engaged. You would have offered advice, support, money, time, energy. You would have felt responsible for their happiness. Now you will feel a profound sense of detachment. A calm, cold certainty will wash over you. This is the voice of your guardian spirit telling you this is not your battle. This is not your burden. The guilt you were programmed to feel will be replaced by a righteous sense of self-preservation. This is the first and most critical act of sacred selfishness. Learning to identify the vampires, not with anger, but with clarity. Not with judgment in the human sense, but with discernment in the divine sense. They are simply part of the obstacle course you must navigate. They are the gatekeepers to the next level, and the key to passing them is to simply not engage. To not offer up your energy on the altar of their endless need. You are learning to see the unseen, to feel the energetic reality that underpins the physical world. This is a superpower. It is being activated now. Chapter 3. The power of no. The word no is the most powerful magical incantation you possess. It has been stripped of its power, demonized, and presented to you as a tool of cruelty and rejection. You were taught that a good person finds a way to say yes. You were conditioned to believe that your value was tied to your utility to others. This was a lie to disarm you. No is not a rejection. It is a divine declaration of sovereignty. It is the sound of a boundary being forged in fire. It is a shield, a ward, a sacred seal placed upon your energy field. Every time you uttered a resentful yes, you were swallowing a small portion of poison, a betrayal of your own spirit that created stagnation and decay within your reservoir. That self-inflicted poison was more damaging than any external attack. For years, you were unable to say no. The word would catch in your throat, thick with guilt and fear. You feared their anger, their disappointment, their judgment. What you were actually feeling was the system's resistance. The energy vampires, the agents of depletion, have a violent allergic reaction to that word. It cuts their supply line. It starves them. Their anger is not personal. It is the withdrawal symptom of an addict being denied their drug. Your energy is their drug. When you prepare to say no to one of these tests, you will feel the old programming fight back. A wave of anxiety will wash over you. Your heart will beat faster. Your mind will race with excuses and justifications to soften the blow, to still find a way to give a part of yourself away. You will be tempted to say, I can't right now, but maybe later. Or, let me see what I can do. These are not boundaries. These are postponements of the theft. They are leaky shields. The sacred no must be pure. It must be absolute. It is a complete sentence. No. No explanation is needed. No apology is owed. Explanations are negotiations. Apologies are admissions of guilt. You have nothing to negotiate, and you are not guilty of protecting what is divinely yours. When you offer an explanation, you are foolishly handing them a key and a map to debate the integrity of your sovereign walls. A pure no is unassailable. In the coming days, you will be given a perfect opportunity to practice this incantation. The universe will send you a clear, unambiguous test. It will be a request that is unreasonable, draining, and serves only the taker. When this moment arrives, stand firm. Plant your feet on the ground. Take a deep breath and feel the energy in your reservoir, that warm, humming light in your core. Visualize it as a sun, a brilliant, impenetrable star. As you say the word no, I want you to feel it, not just speak it. Feel the word as a vibration that starts in your core and expands outward, creating a golden sphere of light around you. Feel it sever the energetic cords that the other person has tried to attach to you. The first time you do this, the effect will be shocking. You may feel a physical jolt, as if you have touched an electric fence. You will see a flash of confusion, then anger, in the other person's eyes. They will not understand what has happened. They will feel the door slammed shut, the tap turn off. They will likely lash out. They will call you selfish. They will call you cold. They will accuse you of changing. You must smile inwardly when they do. Their accusations are your confirmation. They are proof that the incantation has worked. You have successfully protected your sovereignty. Let them rage. It is the tantrum of a ghost in the machine that has just met an immovable object. After the encounter, you will not feel the familiar drain. You will not feel the emotional hangover. Instead, you will feel a surge of power, a feeling of profound, unshakable calm. You will feel your own energy, pure and uncontaminated, humming within you. You will feel taller, clearer, more solid. This is the feeling of a sealed reservoir. Each time you wield the sacred no, your shield becomes stronger. The word becomes easier to say. The guilt fades and is replaced by a fierce, protective love for the divine essence you carry. This is not about becoming an unkind person. This is about becoming an effective guardian. True generosity, true healing, can only flow from a full and overflowing cup, not from a depleted one. You are learning to be selfish so that you may one day be a true, inexhaustible fountain for the world. But first, you must master the simple, terrifying, and liberating power of no. Chapter 4: The Divine Echo. The universe operates on a simple, immutable law, the law of reflection. What you project, you receive. What you embody internally becomes your external reality. This is not wishful thinking, it is fundamental physics. Every state of being has a frequency, and that frequency can only attract resonant experiences. For years, you embodied a state of depletion. You were a leaking vessel, constantly giving your power away. And so, the universe, with the perfect and impersonal logic of a mirror, reflected this back to you. It sent you more takers, more crises, more reasons to be drained. It was mirroring your belief that your energy was not your own, that it was a public resource. It confirmed your internal state of disempowerment with external proof. By choosing sacred selfishness, by sealing your reservoir, you are fundamentally changing the signal you broadcast to the cosmos. You are no longer broadcasting "I am open for plunder." You are now broadcasting "I am a sovereign vessel of divine power. My energy is sacred and preserved." The universe, by law, must now reflect this new reality back to you. This is the divine echo. It will not begin with a lottery win or a grand miracle. It will begin subtly. The echo starts as a whisper. In the hours and days after you successfully defend your energy with a sacred no, you will begin to notice small, synchronous blessings. You will be thinking of a song, and it will immediately play on the radio. You will be looking for a parking spot in a crowded lot, and one will open up right in front of you as you arrive. You will find a $10 bill on the street. An item you needed will suddenly go on sale. These are not coincidences. There are no coincidences in an ordered cosmos. These are the first echoes of your newly established sovereignty. They are winks from the universe, confirmations that your new frequency has been received and is being matched. Pay attention to these small miracles. Acknowledge them. Feel a sense of gratitude for them. This gratitude amplifies the signal, strengthening the echo. As you continue to practice sacred selfishness, as you become a more vigilant guardian of your reservoir, the echoes will grow louder. You will start receiving unexpected refunds, discounts, and small financial gifts. People who were once difficult will suddenly become cooperative, or they will simply disappear from your life without conflict, as if they were written out of your story. Opportunities you thought were lost will reappear, better than before. This is the universe rearranging itself around your new energetic blueprint. You have declared your worth by refusing to be drained, and now the world must reflect that worth back to you in tangible ways. The divine echo is also a protective mechanism. As you hoard your energy, not out of greed but for sacred purpose, the universe will provide for your material needs so that you do not have to expend your precious spiritual energy on mundane survival. The blessing you are meant to receive requires your full, undivided energetic attention. The divine echo is the universe's way of handling your logistics, of clearing the path and managing the details so you can focus on the great work of filling your reservoir. The right information will find you without frantic searching, appearing as a sudden insight or a perfectly timed article. The right people will appear without networking. The resources you need will materialize just as the need arises. You will feel a sense of being carried, of being supported by an unseen hand. The constant struggle and friction of your old life will begin to dissolve. Things will just work out. This can be disorienting at first. You are so used to fighting, to pushing, to forcing things to happen. You must now learn to receive. You must learn to allow things to flow to you. This requires trust. You must trust that by protecting your energy, you are doing your part, and the universe will do its. This is a divine partnership. Your selfishness is your contribution. The echo is the universe's response. The more selfish you become in this sacred sense, the more abundant and supportive your external world will become. It is the ultimate paradox of the path of the chosen one. By refusing to give your energy away indiscriminately, you create the conditions for the universe to give you everything. Guard your wellspring, and the cosmos will conspire to turn your life from a desert into an oasis. Watch for the signs. The echo is all around you, growing stronger with every act of self-preservation. Chapter 5: Isolation as Incubation. As you master the art of sacred selfishness, a new and unsettling reality will emerge: isolation. The phone will stop ringing. The invitations will dry up. The people who once formed the bustling, noisy periphery of your life will fall away, like leaves from a tree in autumn. This will feel like loss. It will feel like punishment. Your mind, conditioned by the system, will whisper that you have gone too far, that you have become unlovable, that you will end up alone. This is the final and most potent deception of the old programming. This isolation is not a punishment. It is a promotion. It is not an abandonment. It is an incubation. You have spent your life in a noisy, contaminated, energetic environment. Every interaction, every conversation, every relationship was subtly draining your reservoir. You could never achieve a state of true energetic surplus because the leaks were constant. The universe is now placing you in a divine quarantine. It is creating a sterile environment, a sacred cocoon, where your reservoir can finally fill to the brim without any external interference. This cocoon may feel dark and confining, a temporary death of your social self, but it is within this darkness that the true alchemy occurs. The energy vampires have been repelled by your new boundaries. The takers have moved on to find easier targets. The superficial connections have dissolved because they were only sustained by your energetic output. What is left is you, pure, undiluted, and sovereign. In this silence, you will be forced to confront yourself in a way you never have before. The distractions are gone. There is no drama to manage, no one else's life to fix. There is only the hum of your own rising energy. At first, this silence will be deafening. You will feel restless, agitated, grabbing your phone to check for messages that are not there. This is the addiction to external validation and distraction leaving your system. It is a necessary neurological and spiritual detoxification, a final, painful purging of the insidious poison of external dependency. You must sit with this discomfort. You must allow it to pass through you. Do not try to fill the void by seeking out new people or new distractions. That is the old pattern. You must embrace the emptiness. For within this emptiness, your true self is being reborn. This period of isolation is a sacred rite of passage. It is the chrysalis stage. A caterpillar must dissolve completely into a goo of potential before it can reform as a butterfly. You are dissolving the old, depleted, people-pleasing identity. You are melting down the persona you built to survive in the world of takers. This process is not pretty. It is messy and confusing, but it is absolutely necessary. During this incubation, your senses will heighten even further. You will begin to hear the subtle whispers of your intuition with crystal clarity. Your dreams will become more vivid, filled with guidance and symbolism. You will feel a deep, grounding connection to the earth, to nature. You will find more solace in a silent walk among trees than you ever did in a crowded room. You will begin to differentiate your own energy from the static of the collective unconscious. You are shedding the noise and tuning into the signal of the cosmos. The loneliness you feel is a phantom limb. It is the ghost of your old connections. Acknowledge the feeling, but do not believe its story. The truth is, you are less alone now than you have ever been. You are in direct communion with your higher self, with your guides, with the source of all things. You are building a relationship with the only power that matters, the power within. Do not fear the silence. It is your greatest ally. Do not mourn the loss of old connections. They were chains. The isolation is a gift. It is the sacred space required for a miracle of transformation to occur. Embrace it. Surrender to it. Your reservoir is filling. The pressure is building. You are being prepared for the overflow, and this can only happen when you are finally, blessedly, alone. Chapter 6. The overflowing. There will come a day, after a period of disciplined, sacred selfishness and deep incubation, when you will wake up and feel a fundamental shift within your being. The gentle warmth in your solar plexus will no longer be gentle. It will be a radiant, undeniable heat. The humming will have become a silent roar. This is the moment your reservoir becomes full. It is a state of being you may not have experienced since early childhood, if ever. It is a feeling of profound completeness, of wanting nothing and needing nothing from the outside world because you are entirely whole within yourself. This is energetic homeostasis. But the divine energy you carry is not meant to be static. It is not a stagnant pool. It is a living, dynamic force. Once the reservoir is full to the brim, it will do the only thing it can do. It will begin to overflow. This is a critical distinction. The energy you gave away in the past was your core essence. It was the water from the well itself, and giving it away depleted you. The overflow is different. The overflow is surplus. It is the water that spills over the edges of a full and vibrant fountain. Giving from the overflow does not deplete you. In fact, it accelerates the flow from the source, making the fountain even more powerful. This overflow will manifest physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Physically, you will feel an abundance of energy. The chronic fatigue will be a distant memory. You will need less sleep but feel more rested, waking before your alarm feeling vibrant and clear. A new light will appear in your eyes. People will comment that you look younger, that you are glowing. This is the light of your full reservoir shining through your physical form, a tangible luminosity. Emotionally, you will experience a state of unshakable peace and joy that is not contingent on any external circumstance. This is the bliss of a sovereign soul. Your compassion will return, but it will be a new kind of compassion. It will not be the bleeding heart empathy that drained you. It will be a detached, wise compassion, the compassion of a lighthouse keeper who keeps the light burning brightly for all ships but does not venture into the stormy waters to save each one individually. Your unwavering stability, your very stillness in the storm, is your greatest service. You will be able to witness suffering without taking it into your own energy field. You will see the world's chaos with clarity, but not with fear. Spiritually, the overflow will unlock new levels of your psychic and intuitive abilities. The whispers of intuition will become clear conversations. You will simply know things without knowing how you know them. You will see the energetic patterns behind events, the true motivations behind people's actions. You will become a lucid dreamer in the waking world, able to perceive the matrix for what it is. The most important aspect of the overflow is that it is creative. This is the energy that manifests reality. This is the blessing you have been preparing for. The overflow is not just a feeling, it is a tool. It is a substance. When your reservoir is overflowing, your focused intention has the power to shape matter and circumstance. The universe is no longer just echoing your state, it is now actively taking orders from it. Your thoughts, charged by the power of the overflow, become potent commands. What you desire begins to move towards you with astonishing speed. This is why the system fought so hard to keep you drained. A chosen one in a state of overflow is a master manifester, a reality bender, a living miracle. They can create abundance, heal bodies, and inspire revolutions not by effort, but by the sheer passive pressure of their overflowing energy field. People will simply feel better, more hopeful, and more aligned in your presence. This is the beginning of your true work. You are no longer just a guardian of the reservoir, you are now the director of its sacred, creative power. Your responsibility shifts from preservation to conscious creation. What will you build with this power? What reality will you call into being? The choice is now yours, and the universe awaits your command. Chapter 7: Receiving the Blessing. The next blessing is not an event. It is not a package that will be delivered to your door. It is not a singular moment of triumph. The next blessing is a state of being. It is the reality that precipitates around you when your reservoir is in a constant state of overflow. You have been trained to think of blessings as external things you must ask for, pray for, or earn through suffering. This is the final layer of the old programming to be shed. You do not ask for this blessing. You become it. The sacred selfishness you have practiced has created the necessary vacuum. The incubation has purified the vessel. The overflow has provided the raw material of creation. Now, you simply receive. Receiving is an art. It is not passive. It is an active state of allowing, dropping the oars of frantic effort and allowing the powerful river of your own fully realized energy to carry you to the correct destination. It is the complete and total release of resistance, surrendering the desperate need to control the how and when, and trusting that the divine intelligence that filled your reservoir also knows the perfect way to express itself through your life. You must let go of any remaining ideas about what you deserve or how the blessing should look. Your human mind, with its limited perspective, cannot possibly conceive of what the universe has in store for you. Your job is not to design the blessing. Your job is to become the landing strip for it. In the coming days and weeks, you will be presented with opportunities that seem to come out of nowhere. A door will open to a path you had only dreamed of. A person will enter your life who embodies the divine partnership you have longed for. A solution to a lifelong problem will appear with effortless grace. When these things appear, you must not question them. Do not analyze them with the skeptical mind of your past self. That mind was programmed for a world of lack and struggle. It cannot comprehend the logic of a world of overflow and grace. Your only guide now is your feeling, your resonance. When the opportunity appears, close your eyes and feel it in your body. Does it feel expansive? Does it feel like a confirmation of the light within you? Does it make your overflowing energy sing? If the answer is yes, then your only job is to say yes. It is the inverse of the sacred no. The sacred yes is not a hesitant agreement, it is a joyful, full-bodied leap of faith. It is the signal that you are ready to receive the manifestation of your new state of being. The blessing is a new timeline. It is a parallel reality that has always been available to you, but which you could not access from a state of depletion. By changing your internal energetic state, you have changed your frequency. You have literally tuned your reality dial to this new, higher vibrational timeline. Now, you are simply walking into it. You will find that in this new reality, struggle is no longer the primary mode of operation. Things flow. Your needs are met before you even fully articulate them. Your creative ideas find fertile ground and manifest with ease. You will attract other sovereign beings who operate from their own overflowing reservoirs, and your interactions will be based on mutual amplification, not depletion. This new reality feels like coming home to a place you've never been. The feeling of being an outsider, an alien on this planet, will dissolve, replaced by a profound sense of purpose and belonging. You are becoming a fountain, not a drain, and you will attract other fountains. This is the collective of the new earth being formed. The selfishness you were forced to learn was the entrance exam. It was the price of admission to this new world. It was never about abandoning others. It was about becoming so full, so radiant, so powerful, that your very presence becomes the blessing. Your overflow becomes the healing balm for the world. You do not need to do anything. You simply need to be. Be the full reservoir. Be the radiant fountain. Your every footstep now consecrates the ground you walk on. Your every breath is a deliberate act of creation. The universe will handle the rest. This is your birthright. This is your destiny. The period of trial is over. The age of your divine reign begins now.